The Big Show with Night and Day. Barista-made coffee just the way you love it from $4.50.
Don't fight it. It's time to go up a size. This is the biggest.
This is the biggest.
Our biggest show. The Hodaki Big Show. With Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Oh, g'day, you mad bastards. Great to have your company this Wednesday afternoon, the 3rd of April, 2024. And you, my friends, are listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night and Day. And Mogi, your stallion, how's life?
Yeah, going pretty grousey, you mad dog, you sick son of a bee. Another beautiful day in the 29 degrees today.
What? Cracking.
It's a real Indian summer. You can't call it that anymore, Keyzie. It's just summer.
Come on.
It's just summer.
Keyzie.
Oh, man.
Hey, can I just ask you something, Mogi, your moustache? Are you trying to fashion the sort of twirly ends?
Not at all.
Oh,
I
okay.
may have just taken a knock. It's getting pretty long, so it's doing whatever it
maybe
wants.
that's what it is.
Yeah.
Keyzie, you mad bastard, how's life?
So good, fellas. How are you guys going?
Down pretty good, mate.
Yeah, it's a pretty nice day. What?
Mogi's already answered that, Keyzie. So,
Oh, yeah, sorry.
probably
How are
doesn't
you,
want to do it
Jase?
again. I'm okay, man.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I like your hat.
Thanks, brother. Funnily enough, actually, I was sitting in the lounge today contemplating life, and I thought I could wash my hat. I seriously did, and I went,
Nah.
How are you going to wash it? Like a hand wash?
That's what actually
Well, you
occurred.
soak it in a bucket.
I went, but how do I get it like a wet cloth, or do I put it in the wash? And it just all became too much for me.
What if you put it in a bra bag? You know a bra bag that you wash bras in?
Do you wash bras?
Yeah, sometimes. But you put a hat in the bra bag, chuck that in the washing machine on delicate.
The douche.
I've got a panty bag. Would that work? Keyzie?
Yeah, that'll work.
Same thing.
You've
Yeah,
got a
okay,
panty
well, I'll
bag.
give that a try.
Yeah.
Hopefully tomorrow for the live show, I'll have a sparkling new black hat.
Can you take a photo of it before and after? Because I think you'll be quite surprised at the results.
Sure, man, sure. Now, listen, if you want to get in contact with us, 3483, or send us a talk back on the iHeartRadio app, or, of course, as always, you can call us on 0800 Hodaki. Where are you? And what are you wearing? Text us.
That's right. Everyone that does that in the draw for a $50 night and day voucher. Big show ahead. We've got Paul from Midwave Breaks coming in. He opened for Live and Incubus last night.
He did.
More chances to get in the draw to join us at Magic Round in Brizzy. Plus, we've got a few double passes to give away to Incubus and Live tomorrow night in Auckland.
Poor.
And I just warn you now, we may stray into chat today, all right? Just quietly. Here's Red Hot Chili Peppers.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
The Pixies there on the radio, Hodaki Big Show this Wednesday afternoon. Now listen up, New Zealand, listen up. If you want to win a double pass to Incubus and Live tomorrow night...
At Trust Arena in Auckland.
Trust in Auckland. Text through your favourite tune on 3483 and we'll choose a winner after 6.
That's
Can
right.
it just be any tune or an Incubus
No,
tune?
it has to be an Incubus and or live.
Yeah, so
Tune.
send it through 3483. It's also not just a double pass. You get a Backbone T-shirt and a $500 food and beverage voucher.
You were joking.
Yeah, it's pretty friggin' awesome.
It's a great deal, FLELLAS. Hey, interestingly enough, last night on the Instagram, we were promoting this very thing, the Incubus, the free bus to the gig at Trust Arena Stadium there. And as I do, I was sort of having a look at the end result of it, admiring our work, the quality that we produce on their Instagram page. And I'm just having a little gaze through the comments there. And there's some goodies in there as always. Our audience of fine contributors. This one here from Andy Jackmack. Hoity J's moves are distractingly accentuated by his jumper. How hot? Fire emoji.
Yeah.
Then Seat Tree says, braless.
Yes.
Then Nick Proudfoot 3 says, definitely man boobs going on. Have you been doing something different, man, at the gym?
Let me just say this, fellas. Yesterday, I was wearing quite a heavy shirt.
What?
Well, and what I mean by that, it was quite dense material.
Ah.
And normally I wouldn't wear a jersey over the top of it, particularly a tight-fitting jersey, because you get the man boob scenario. I can tell you I don't have man boobs. It was just the way that heavy material ratcheted it up a little bit and the tightness of the jersey created those firm what would you call them? Swollen
Floppy.
breasts.
Right, because for me it seemed like it was intentional. It seemed like you knew that you had a good thing going and you were keen for everyone.
Oh, look, I'm not above, flaunting my moobs if I have to. And I take a lot of side moob shots to get the punters in on the Instagram account there. I'm proud of my moobs. They're very attractive. I tell you where they look their best. When you wake up in the morning and you go into your bathroom there and there's sort of neon-y light going on, that's when they look their best.
Right.
They're just hanging down there.
Hanging.
Yeah. But you got to remember, Mogi, I've had 4 kids.
Oh, you have too.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Pearl Jam there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show this Wednesday afternoon, 24 minutes past 4 o'clock, fellas.
Yeah, it is. Hey, I've gotten into a bit of strife, FLELLAS.
Oh, no.
Bit of the old biffo there.
Oh,
and
biffo?
it was with the man. Well, sort of a paperwork-based biffo. Oh, God.
Sorry, the Nicorette just hit the back of the throat again.
And I'm probably going to, this might be an ongoing battle. It could drag into the high courts of this country and beyond, Supreme Court.
Wow, sounds serious.
It could end up in night court.
Wow.
So I've got I work at a little office there in the city, and parking's bloody expensive, man. I don't know if you know about that. So I was running this thing initially where I just park wherever I wanted and hope for the best. But now they've got those cars that go around, and I consider it cheating. They've got a car with 8 billion cameras on it. It just takes photos, so they don't have to walk the streets. They don't have to they don't have to pound the streets. They don't have to beat the meat.
The other thing that does as well is you don't know that you've got a ticket until 2 weeks later.
That's right.
When
So I think I'm getting away with it, but I'm not. I'm getting a ticket every single day for 2 weeks.
That's right.
It's not right.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like it's not right.
Is
But
it
anyway,
bugging you?
It's been bugging me. But another thing that's been bugging me is that we've got some parks around our office, and you've been there before, Keyzie.
Yeah.
And they're set up as parallel parks. But one of the parks that's just around the corner, which is set up the same way, for some reason people just park in it nose first. They just do. And so as a result of that, now the council, well, for the last 2 years, the council's been fining people for not parallel parking into it. Mm-hmm. But if you drive along, like 99% of the time, people will be parked in it nose first. So if you're new to the area, you assume that that's how you're meant to park there. Then the council come along and they just carpet bomb everyone, fine everybody. And I've had a few run-ins with them about it, and I've said, look, you've got to put up a sign that tells people they've got a parallel park. If they continue to nose park, then you can fine them. But you shouldn't be able to keep fining them when you know that people are misunderstanding how you're parking here. So what they said to me was, all goods, we'll send this to Bay Corp.
Right, yeah, the collection agency.
Yeah, they just send it off to Bay Corp. So now I've got bad credit. You know what I'm saying? So now what I'm going to do is, because they keep on fining me when I do that, even though I know better, is I'm going to take them to court. And so I'm just flagging this with you now, because this is probably going to go for about 2 to 5 years.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah, well, it's a council, isn't it?
It's a council, yeah.
Now, listen, mate, on that front, if you need any legal advice, I'm happy to help you out there.
Yeah.
Obviously, qualified lawyer, fellas. And,
Did you qualify from the bar or whatever it's called?
yes.
Yeah.
Did you bar up?
I qualified from the bar. That's exactly right, Keyzie.
Spent a lot of time at the bar there. And just quickly for anyone trying to picture the scene, the place that you're talking about, there aren't lines painted.
No.
So it isn't apparent that you are supposed to parallel park there at all. In fact, I didn't even realise that until you've brought it up now.
Yeah.
Every time there's cars parked, nose first, pulling in a line.
Yes.
It's quite interesting.
It is interesting. And it's... they're taking the piss. They're trying to rip off the little man.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, totally, man. The people.
Yeah, the people.
The
that's
filth.
right, and that's right. And yeah, exactly.
Well, I don't know about
the scum.
Yeah,
and all
the
I'm saying
proletariat.
is, thank you. All I'm saying is, and this is the thing, they've actually got signs up telling people to park parallel-wise just around the corner in Ponsonby, but they haven't got them around the corner in this joint. And I'm just saying to myself, why not? What about the tourists that come to this fine country and all of a sudden they're getting fined?
Totally. Yeah, man. What about the tourists?
Totally. What
Have
about
you been
the little
thinking
guy?
about the tourists there, Keyzie?
Yeah, think about the little
Think
guy.
about the little guy, fellas.
Think about Jase.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Here they come. Try time.
Holy cow, the Warriors. Oh, yeah.
Up the Warriors, baby.
It's the Big Show in Brizzy. magic round.
Is there anyone out there?
Let's go to the phone.
Yeah, great stuff. That's coming up pretty quickly, fellas.
Certainly
Pretty
is.
damn quickly. Kieran, you mad bastard. How's life?
Yeah, afternoon, team. Life is good.
Yeah, that's good, mate. What do you do for a crust, Kieran?
Carpenter.
Backbone.
Backbone.
Do you know who else was a carpenter, man? Old mate from the other day there. What's his
Yahoo.
name there? Old Jesus'
Jesus.
dad.
Yeah.
Do you know if Jesus ever did his apprenticeship, man?
I think he would have got short track, wouldn't he?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Well, sort of, he went a bit missing in his 20s. I don't know what he got up to there anyway.
Hey, now listen, Kieran, obviously you love your rugby league.
Love it.
Who would you take with you?
Got to be the workmates.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
See,
Yeah,
I
nice.
like that, man.
Always bit of smoker chat in the morning about the league.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, of course.
How
good stuff.
Yeah, good stuff. We'll stay on the line there, Kieran, and our good mate Paksan in Studio B will sort you out. Steve, you mad bastard. How's life? Steve?
Oh, hey, mate. How's it going?
Yeah, good, thanks, mate. What do you do for a crust, Steve?
I'm a mechanical engineer.
Of course you are. You're a backbone. That's what you are.
Massive backbone. I
So
thought of
good.
going, I nearly went in that direction actually early in my career, Steve, but ended up doing the old acting and radio DJing instead.
It's a pretty close call.
Yeah. It is, man. And who would you take with you, Steve?
My wife.
Ah.
Not eyes to the
My
front.
wife was.
Keyzie. That was a shocker.
Can you
Sorry,
just put
Steve.
Steve in the drawer, please?
Steve, you're in the draw, mate. Stay on the line and Pakistan will look after you, all right?
Oh, cheers, mate.
Good on you, man.
Dermot, how are you going?
Yeah, good, thanks, fellas. Yeah, how are you guys?
Bloody
good,
marvellous,
good.
mate.
Thanks,
Look, you
man.
probably get this a bit, man, but what's the guts with your name?
Oh, yeah. The family did their thing in Ireland and then decided, I'll do an old Irish name for this bloke, and then came to New Zealand and no one's heard of it.
I'll
So-
stitch you up. What's your middle name?
Connor, yeah.
Yeah. And what's your
okay.
PIN number?
Wouldn't you like to know, Keith?
Got him.
see,
Just for the listeners, it's spelled Diarnaid. I think that's cool.
I would pronounce that Dianade.
Yeah. Any guesses for you, Joe? I don't mind that at all.
Good on
Yeah.
you, mate. What do you do for a crust, Dermot?
Work for the Defence Force.
That's
backbone.
absolute backbone. And who would you take with you?
Good cue. Probably one of the flatmates.
Oh, yeah,
sure. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Good
Bloody
on you,
good,
mate.
mate. You're in the draw.
Massive
In the draw.
backbone. Stay on the line and Pugson and Studio B will sort you out. Yes, Keyzie, go on.
Hey, obviously this trip is thanks to boystrip.co.nz. If you want to guarantee your spot, head to their website and buy your way onto it. Join myself, Hoity J. Mogi, and old Pugson in Brizzy mid-May. You get free flights, accommodation, insurance, and transfers, and tickets to all the games at Suncorp Stadium. And Jase, did you see that Chance is back at fullback?
Is he?
Yeah, the team list came out last night. Chance back.
Yeah.
Number 1 jersey. Roger back to the old centre spot there.
Yeah, liking that. Can I just, you guys, you still got Koru memberships?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm not going to buy one then.
Oh, I was going to use mine for Pugson.
Yeah, well, and Mogi can do me. Hey,
Sorry,
Mogi,
what's that?
You can do me.
What, in the Koru Lounge?
You can do me in the Koru Lounge.
God.
Not touching that one.
Good stuff, mate. We might have another draw a little bit later on. We might not. You'll have to stay tuned.
Yeah.
Check
around.
Stay tuned.
FLELLAS.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Yes, indeed, Australian Crawl there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Wednesday afternoon. The time is 12 minutes to 5 o'clock.
Fellas, tomorrow
Fellas.
is my wife's birthday.
Oh.
My wife. It's her birthday tomorrow, and special day. And she woke up first thing this morning and had come up with a new idea of how she wants to celebrate her birthday.
Oh, it feels like you're mocking her already. I don't like this, but keep going.
So basically, she was like, "Oh, it'd be nice to do something in the morning on my birthday. You know, we could go do something." And I was like, "Yeah, absolutely. We can do anything you want to do." And she's like, "Really?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course. It's your birthday." And she was like, "Oh, well, to be honest, one thing I'd love to do is go to the gym and sign up for both of us to do a class together
Oh,
at 9 a.m. And it's the gym in town, so we have to sit in traffic for like an hour, right? Go in and do, and the class she wants us to do together is a dance exercise class. And I said to her, do you actually want to do this, or is it more about forcing me to do something I don't want to do?
Yeah.
And so she's starting this as like a birthday tradition where we're just going to start forcing one another to do terrible stuff that we're just not into.
She actually called me up a week ago.
Yeah.
In tears. And she's worried that you're blowing out. Okay. So this is her way of just trying to get you back on the exercise horse, the pummel horse.
She wants me on the pummel horse.
Yeah.
Doing gymnastics.
I got to be honest with you,
Doing
Keyzie.
anything. Just getting you off your ass, man.
Yeah. She called me last night. She was sobbing. You know, and I was like, oh, God. I mean, I have a fondness for her, as you know, but I was really tired.
Yeah.
She was just beside herself.
Can I say, and I hate to interrupt you, Hoity Joe, you know I do, but every time I look down and I see the phone ringing there and old Keyzie's missus name up on the screen there, I hesitate.
Yeah.
Because I know it's going to be an emotional roller coaster.
Yeah, same.
Right, I thought she was at squash last night with the girls.
And actually, it's actually got to the point where my wife, Mogi, was going, why does she keep calling you all the time?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, look, she's going through a lot of crap at the moment, and I'm just helping her out and stuff. But yes, it was somewhere along the lines of what Mogi was saying, which was, I mean, I love the guy, but he's a puffer fish at the moment.
Right.
And I need to do...
So, because...
how can I get him off the couch, off his game?
Get him active.
Yeah, get him active again.
But I've been running and stuff. Like, I'm running. Yeah, she knows I've been running. Because in my mind, it's more about her taking this opportunity to force me to do something I'm going to hate. And so I was like...
Does she strike you as that kind of person, Keyzie?
She did at the time. She had like a glint of malice in her eye, you know? And I was like, well, two can play at that game.
Well, look, at the end of the day, it's a great result for both of you. Because you get your health back and she gets her husband back, the man she fell in love with.
Yeah, right.
You know?
Yeah. Plus,
and can I just say, she rang me this afternoon after you'd had this.
Did she? Did she? Was she in tears?
Yeah, she was in tears.
Oh, that's weird.
She just was pretty disappointed with your reaction, Keyzie,
Right,
about, she felt she could see malice in your eyes.
Well, to be honest, I did feel like she was intentionally doing this to upset me, forcing me to do something I hate.
Yeah,
and so
exercise,
my instant reaction is like, oh, well, two can play at that game when it comes to my birthday.
Yeah, that's what she felt. You were a bit sort of vindictive and a bit
Exactly.
kind of...
What are you going to do for her birthday? For your birthday to her?
Probably make her watch Wellington Paranormal. She will hate that. Then we'll see who's calling her in tears.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
The Black Keys there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show this Wednesday afternoon, 5 minutes of 5 o'clock.
Just on the Black Keys, by the way, this Friday, the Black Keys release their 12th studio album. It's Ohio Players. We are going to be giving away copies of that on vinyl all day long this Friday.
Can I have one?
That's great
Maybe.
stuff. Great stuff. Also, just a reminder to the people out there, if you want to win a double pass to Incubus and Live at Auckland tomorrow night.
That's right.
Trust Stadium.
You also get a Backbone t-shirt, and I said $500. Apparently that's incorrect. It's a $50 food and beverage voucher for the Bridgman pub on Dom Road there.
Great stuff, mate. All you need to do is text through your favourite track from one of those two.
That's right. And we'll be calling someone after 6. So get to texting on 3483.
Beautiful.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast. Catch them weekdays from 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Welcome back, you massive backbones. Hope your Wednesday's going along very nicely indeed. You're listening to the Big Show, brought to you by Night and Day.
Just on Night and Day, fellas, did you know that you can get a hell of a caffeine fix from your local Night and Day?
Who doesn't know that?
That's barista-made coffee, just the way you love it.
I love it.
Don't you? Eh? You
I
love it, eh?
I love it. Give it to me.
Yeah.
Give it to me.
$4.50, by the way.
Yeah, just the way you love it. So what, they listen to your instructions and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Because I know you're quite finicky with your coffees, Keyzie.
Yeah, I'm pinicky. Am I picky or finicky?
Both.
Okay.
You're pinicky.
Yeah,
hey, now
right.
listen, coming up in this hour, we've got old Paul from
Midwave Breaks.
Midwave Breaks.
That's right. They opened for Live and Incubus last night in Christchurch, doing the same tomorrow night at the old Trust Arena in Auckland.
And this is a good opportunity, too, to throw out there. Of course, we're doing the live show tomorrow at the Bridgman pub at Dominion Road.
If you want, you can just throw to me and say, where are we doing that again, Keyzie?
Yeah, I can remember
I like the way
that
you
stuff.
your pronunciation of it is far more interesting.
Bridgman.
Yeah, the Bridgman Pub. It is on Dominion Road tomorrow, 4 till 7. Come see the big show live. Bring your mates. You get yourself a Backbone t-shirt, and also we've got heaps of double passes to the gig to give away.
Absolutely.
And
Giggity.
if you are going to the gig, we have got an Incubus, which will pick you up from the Bridgman, take you and your mates who are going to the gig all the way to the actual arena itself. You'll get a Backbone tea and a few other goodies as well. And that's all thanks to Woodstock Canadian Whiskey and Dried Ginger Ale and Lemonade.
Good stuff, mate. Hey, let's have some tunes, fellas. What do you say? Bit of White Stripes? Bit of White Stripes?
Yeah, keen.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
The Rolling Stones here on the Radio Hodaki Big Show this Wednesday afternoon, 11 minutes past 5 o'clock. Now, fellas, I was wanting to get your thoughts on something that I've been sort of pondering for a number of years, actually.
Oh, yes.
To be honest. And it's the old fragrance spray for the toilet.
Oh, yeah.
You know, your air freshener type scenario.
Glade.
Your Glades and that sort of thing. And can I just say before I get into this, I don't want this to descend into chat.
No.
Okay, that's not what this is about.
No.
But I was in the toilet this morning doing my morning Keyzie.
Don't call it a morning Keyzie, Jase. All right?
To be honest, that's the only reason I wanted to talk about it. But so I was doing my morning Keyzie.
Do your morning hoity, Jay.
And I did the business. 3 perfect tubes, by the way.
That's
but
great,
I
man.
don't
That's so
want to
good.
get into chat. Did the
One
business.
wipes or none?
Two wipes, douche, flush the toilet. And then I get the fragrance spray and I spray it around and I was like, something about this feels dishonest.
Right.
And you've got 2 basically clouds of gaseous substance sort of fighting against each other.
Yeah.
You've got the fragrance, which I don't really like, and you've got the honest smell of a man releasing himself and his waste from the previous day. And there was a part of me that was like, why don't I just own it? I get in there, I do the business, I don't try and cover it up with fancy sprays and stuff like that and walk out and just own it instead of trying to cover it up. It seems almost dishonest to me, Mogi.
Well, we don't operate the spray in our house.
Yeah.
It is, you get what you get.
Sure, good.
You get what you're given. All right? And there are occasions when you might have to hold your breath, breathe through your mouth.
Sure.
While you're going about any other kind of business in there. But, yeah, I think that's how it smells. And I think you just end up giving it – it still smells like it smells, except it's got a sort of a little – it's even worse somehow.
That's
Yeah,
what
it
I
mixes
mean.
together.
It mixes together into a conglomeration.
It's neither one nor the other.
That's right.
I think there's some value in lighting a match.
Does that actually work?
I think it does, but I don't do it.
No, neither.
Because
Yeah.
actually, what I do is, if I've done particularly good work,
Yeah.
you grab the door and then you open, close,
Right,
open,
waft,
close,
waft,
and it
waft,
wafts
waft.
it, and
Yeah.
that goes straight out into the hallway and down to the kitchen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great.
No, 'cause,
Because what I do, Jase, just
Yeah,
quickly.
because I was keen because you do some abominations. So
Yeah.
I was wondering what theory you're running with.
So if I've dropped like a particularly nasty hoity J, right, I'll turn the fan on and I'll leave that on for a couple of hours.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
You suck
That's
it
only
up.
if it's a massive hoity J.
Suck it up through the vents there.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm just curious to know how many people do run the fragrance. You know what I mean? Because generally speaking, I don't. And,
Right.
I've never enjoyed it. So text us on 3483. I'd like to know your thoughts on this particular
It's a
topic.
good question, man.
Is
yeah,
it?
thank you. Yeah.
Such a good topic.
Oh, bit of blur. So good. The old Keyzie stuff.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Oh, yes, indeed. Powder Finger there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show this Wednesday afternoon. And we've got Paul from Midwave Breaks in the studio with us. How are you, you mad bastard?
I'm very well, thank you. Very well.
Great, because you're opening, aren't you, for Live and Incubus? You had a
stop
gig.
it.
You had a gig last night in Christchurch. I'll be honest with you, Paul. I was expecting you to be, looking a bit hungover, a bit sort
ginger.
of a bit ginger, a bit wrung out. But you're
Yep.
looking in fine fettle.
No, I did just have a coffee, and I did put a flannel on the face, and I've actually even sprayed some, dare I say it, some Beckham on me before I came in, just to make sure
Beckham.
I was being civil.
How
Yes.
good.
That's allowed in band quarters, but it's never allowed in the house. Like, I'm not
Yeah.
allowed to spray that anywhere near my family.
Right.
Otherwise, that's a no-go zone. But when you're
Is
out
that
on the
because
road...
it's too exciting to your missus when you put on the Beckham, or do you find that she hates it?
She hates it,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. We've
I think
actually got a
most people
Virat
do.
Coley in the studio
We
here as
do,
well. We've
yeah.
got the Virat.
Yeah.
Maybe
Oh,
you
I
could
have
take
not.
the Virat home and see what she thinks of that.
Well, we'll give it a go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paul,
Yeah.
what sort of drew you to Beckham in terms of the perfume?
Well, we're on a tangent now, aren't we?
was there
yep.
anything in
No,
the
this
I'm
is what
just
we got you
curious.
in here
Well,
for.
No,
we'll
you know,
get
you know,
to
you
the
know what it
music.
was. I
Yes.
was watching the Beckham documentary. It's
How?
total
Oh,
branding, right?
yeah.
And then we were doing some gigs, and I thought, because I'm not normally a spray guy.
Yeah.
But
Sure
the thing
you are.
is, I'm a drummer, and you play a gig. You kind of just need to quickly do something so you can be civil and go and talk to people and not
Sure.
be like a
I'm
sweaty
hearing
mess.
you, Paul.
So you got to pick something off the shelf. I'd watch the David Beckham documentary, and I thought to myself, I'll give it a go.
Beautiful,
Yeah.
mate.
Hey,
Well,
Paul
there you
from
go.
Midwave Breaks.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. You're gonna-
Fascinating.
Oh, thanks
stuff.
for bringing us back on track
God.
there, Keyzie.
So just I don't want to ruin the party here, fellas. But you opened for Incubus and Live last night.
Oh, that. Yeah, we were talking about that.
In Christchurch.
Yeah.
You were
How-
saying that you blew them off the stage, man.
Well, I didn't say that, but some people have potentially said that, but you just previously.
Yeah.
We were pretty lucky, really, to just be on that stage with those guys. They were great. We got to see them like super close, left of the stage, good view,
Yeah.
and they were awesome. Delivered in every account.
What sort of size crowd are we looking at here?
Thousands.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it was.
biggest for you guys? Or you've played bigger?
I have played bigger. And
You
I
would
only
have
say that
played,
because
yeah.
I'm old. So I've
Yes.
been around in the
Yeah,
game for a
yeah.
long time. I've played some big shows.
I'm always curious in terms of the process of how they choose who's going to play before them. How does that sort of process work?
So there was a connection there because me and Bruce back in late 90s, early 2000s were in a band called Ace, and we opened for Incubus on their 2004 tour of their
Hey.
Crow Left of the Murder album.
Oh,
So
wow.
we
yeah.
toured-
Shows
Did you
on
play
mute.
at TSB Arena in Wellington?
Yes, it was TSB
I went-
Arena in Wellington.
Yeah, I went
Yep.
to that one.
And North Shore Event Centre. That was the place to
oh
be
my
back
God.
in the days,
on.
right?
Yeah.
And so there was a connection there. And so the promoters had kind of got that connection and were like, so these guys are the guys that opened for you 20 years ago. And so they had a listen, and apparently they chose us to play it. That would be nice to think that was the case. You never know with
Sure.
politics, but it's nice to know that we got in front of them. And
What's it like, Paul, when obviously people are showing up to see these huge international acts, right? Incubus and Live. You got to go out there and like appeal to these people that might not be as familiar with your stuff. What's that like, and how do you approach that?
Great question.
Thanks,
Keyzie.
fellas.
God
yeah,
almighty.
I love that question. Thanks for asking. It's a privilege because you get to do what you do and not try and sugarcoat it. Like, there's no point trying to go out and be everything to everybody. You just got to know where your lane is.
Yeah.
It just so happens that the music we play probably fits with a Incubus demographic and a Live demographic, with that kind of music. So we just go out and try and do what we do and do it reasonably confidently and hope that people will dig it. And it's great to be able to have that snapshot and have people leave going, who the hell were those guys? That's Midwave Breaks. And then look it up later, that's cool.
Hey, have you got any new songs, man?
Oh, there's another fantastic question. Thanks. So you guys are playing our new single, All She Was, at the moment.
Oh,
And
yeah,
we're
I've got
very
it here.
grateful.
Good tune, man. Good tune.
Yeah, I've got it here to play next.
Oh, can you
Oh,
put
that's
it on there?
awesome. Because
Yeah.
I heard, were you guys saying it's one of your favourites? Was that
Yeah.
what you were
Oh,
saying
Jase was
before?
saying it's his favourite, but I've
Yeah.
never heard it before, so I'm looking
well,
forward to hearing it now.
Good.
Mate,
Because it
I've-
might be one of my favourites.
I've got it on rotate in my skull candies.
And actually,
you know
Jase,
what I mean?
when you saying that, like, you had a favourite lyric from the tune that you
It's-
you thought
you
really
see-
hit you personally. I mean,
See, this is the thing. It's just the whole
vibe.
the whole
the whole
vibe of the
vibe.
song.
Yeah, of
You
course.
know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
you're full of it.
Hey, speaking of which, oh yeah,
There it is.
so good.
Such a
Cheers.
vibe.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So good.
Tune.
it's the vibe of it, isn't
Yes,
it?
the
Just the
vibe.
whole vibe, really.
It's the
Yeah.
ambience
Yeah,
of it,
yeah.
Paul from Midwave Breaks. Now,
That
listen,
song, by the way, All She Was.
All She Was, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I just assumed people would know that because it's
Yeah.
such a tune. Hey, tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night?
You're playing again.
We're doing it
with
again.
Incubus
Yep.
and Live.
Yep, so we're at the Truss Arena, West Auckland. Doors open at 6. We're on bright and early at 10 past 6. That's what happens when you have a double international headline act.
Douche.
Support bands on
And also
early.
men of a certain age, isn't it, as well? Because they're sort of late 40s, early 50s, I'd imagine, and they just want to go to bed just like me.
Totally, it's about babysitters,
So
and you're like,
good.
lock that in, and then look, let's get out of here by 10 o'clock.
And
get
who's
home.
who's first on tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night will be live first
Live's
up, so it's
first.
double headliner, so they
Yeah,
switched.
yeah.
So Live played second in Christchurch, and now Incubus will be playing second tomorrow.
Bloody beauty.
I'm sort of picking, actually, in that kind of scenario, two big bands, I was going to say tossing it out, but obviously you'd think you want to be last in that scenario.
Yeah, that constitutes the headline act.
Yeah, because the crowd's they're really into it. They've had a few beersies and stuff.
Yep. So that's why they switch.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm
Taking
a
turns.
fan of live back in the day. That certainly did the rounds when I was at high school or just after high school. But Incubus, for me, have lined up a few more albums, and they've got some massive, massive tunes.
Yeah, and musically they're probably a bit more intricate, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, they still have like a guy DJing and doing all sorts of shit.
They've still got all that going on.
Yeah,
there's
awesome.
all that aesthetic as well. But they've definitely got that. They're kind of locked in, dialed into each other. It's quite cool to watch on stage.
Did they also play all the tunes people want to hear, Incubus, too? Because they've got a lot of really good songs.
They've got some really good songs.
What was cool is they did all the big bangers that people
Yeah.
want to hear. They did a couple of kind of more eclectic ones that certainly a couple of my favourites, which
Yeah.
were great. And they did a few covers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they rocked out for the first time David Bowie, Let's Dance.
Whey!
Oh, yeah, sweet.
Did they do Stella?
No.
Nah, they
It's my
didn't do
favourite
Stella.
Oh, hang on. No, actually, maybe they did.
Maybe
I don't
they
want to
did.
say
We
they
don't know.
didn't.
We don't know.
And maybe people need to wait until the gig to see if that
Yeah,
really
yeah,
goes.
it's gonna
See
be
what
a
they did?
surprise.
I've
Keyzie.
seen them play a couple of times, and probably the highlight both times was when Brandon took his shirt off.
Oh, so
Did he
hot.
take his shirt off, man?
Of course, he took his shirt
Oh,
off.
yeah,
Yeah.
good.
Paul, did you take your shirt
Do
off?
you get your kid off?
No.
Oh,
no.
okay.
Yeah.
You should, man. You look in good shape.
On the outside,
Yeah.
I hide it well.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, but no, Brandon, he's a good-looking fella.
Oh, he is.
You do feel a bit self-conscious standing alongside that specimen.
Seen better, to be honest.
Have you?
Yeah, I have, mate.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends what you
Well, you were
what
saying that
run
you
with.
popped down to the Greyland public toilets and there's a little fella that you see down there.
Yeah, Jase, you were saying that.
Was I?
Yeah, it was just earlier, actually.
Sorry about that, Paul.
Hey.
Okay. Do you remember me saying that? I don't. But
Something
okay,
to do with
yeah,
the whole
yeah,
vibe
yeah.
of it or something.
Hey, but it must be quite seriously awesome, though, because, of course, you get the access to the backstage and all that sort of stuff, the side view. You get sort
Buffet.
of intimate view of the band's playing.
Yeah.
No, it's great. And we just timed it well that we arrived in Christchurch at the time when Incubus were just coming off stage. So we got to have a nice chat with them and remind them of who
Do
we
you give
happen
them
to
some
be.
tips and stuff? And
Yeah,
go,
totally. That's the first thing I
You
did.
might want to change that up a little bit.
I was like, yeah, you're doing great on those drums, but if you just, because they appreciate that.
Oh, yeah,
Those
yeah,
totally,
legends, you know,
totally.
Just a bit of feedback.
So good. By the way, Paul, we are currently running a situation where people can text through on 3483 their favourite Incubus tune, and they can win a double pass to tomorrow night's gig.
Yep.
Is that all good with you? That's just me trying to find a segue to plug that.
You should do it.
Yeah, okay, I'll do
I
that.
can tell you my favourite.
Which one?
It's Six Sad Little World off the Pro Left of the Murder album.
That is a tune.
And they played it, and they killed it. It was
Did they?
awesome. Yep.
Great stuff.
Such a good album, that, isn't it?
Well, Paul from Midwave Breaks, thanks for coming in, mate. We appreciate your time, and good luck for tomorrow's gig.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
And congratulations on last night, too. It sounded like it was a ripper.
It was a ripper.
Yeah.
Cheers, fellas.
Good on you, mate.
Oh,
Cheers!
The Hodaki Big Show Podcast.
Oasis there on the radio, Hodaki Big Show this Wednesday evening. Now, listen up, people. Coming up after 6 o'clock, watch on the TV with old Moogie.
Yeah.
Really looking forward to that. Also, we're going to give away that double pass to Incubus and Live after 6 o'clock.
that's right. We've been asking you to text through your favourite songs from either Incubus or Live to 3483. We will be calling a winner, someone who will get a double pass, a $50 bar tab to the Bridgman Pub, where we're doing the live show from tomorrow on Dominion Road, and also a Backbone T-shirt. So have your phone on.
Yeah, good stuff. Speaking of backbones, he was a good bastard, old Paul from Midwave Breaks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a backbone, man.
Lovely fella.
Great
Yeah.
guy. Used to be in Supergroove, actually.
Yes, he did.
He
Yes,
did.
he did
Yeah,
used to
and
be in
DD
Supergroove.
Smash.
Really?
Yeah. And the Ray Columbus band.
What?
Yeah.
That's
And the
unbelievable.
Yeah.
He
And
started off with the Ray Columbus band.
Yeah.
Right, that just doesn't...
Ray Columbus and the Destroyers are called.
Right.
Yeah.
Talented guy, man. Talented
Very,
guy.
very talented. And he looks young.
Yeah.
He was young.
I think he might have been in Fleetwood Mac for a while as well.
Really?
He was, yeah.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast. Catch them weekdays from 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Welcome back, you massive backbones. You're listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night and Day. Now, listen, the podcast outro today, which is a bonus podcast we do. I'm not going to say anything else more than that. You can go and investigate it. I feel like today, fellas, we need to put a bit of a disclaimer on it. It was a shocker.
It was a shocker.
It was. In fact, I think we should just delete it.
And in actual fact, can I just note, too, that when we have to do disclaimers and we do have a shocker, it's invariably led off by Mogi.
Oh, yeah, big time.
And he just goes right off.
Off the deep end.
Yeah, massive deep end. And we willingly follow. I'll admit it. But today,
You do.
certainly,
Do.
R18.
It is R18, so don't put it on with kids in the car unless you say earmuffs first. If you want to listen to it, by the way, search Hodaki Big Show. Wherever you get your podcast from. They come out 7:30 every single weeknight. When you wake up in the middle of the night and you go wheeze and you see yourself nude in the mirror and you look down at your phallus, do you say, "G'day, phallus"?
You know what I do, actually, just
do you do?
in terms of wheeze in the night? I actually don't need to get out of bed.
Oh, that would actually be a massive hindrance. Don't you think?
Look, it's something I've had to deal with.
Oh, just drop it, all right? Just drop it.
It truly was a really weird one today.
Driven by you, as you could hear there. Just fills.
Apparently, Pugs was saying that's the cleanest part of the podcast he could find.
Yeah, that would be about right.
Yeah, so don't search for it. Hodaki Big Show, wherever you get your podcast from 7:30 tonight.
Hey, coming up, we give away that double pass to Incubus and Live. So if you did text in on 3483, put your phone on, God damn it. In the meantime, here's Depeche Mode.
The Hodaki Big Show. Weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
REM there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show this Wednesday evening. Now, we promised to give away a double pass to Incubus and Live, the gig tomorrow night at Trust Stadium. So we asked you to text in your favourite track from one of those two bands on 3483.
That's right.
And a lot of people did that, fellas. A lot of people did that, and we're going to give them a call now, or try to give them a call.
Yeah, hundreds of people text through the gig.
Keyzie, I'll just get you to work on your mic technique there, brother.
What?
Yeah, just a little bit further back there, brother.
Oh, what?
Yeah, that's
like
it.
that?
Yeah, that's better,
that's
man.
good.
Really?
Yeah.
It seems like this is not the right way to do it.
That's it, brother.
Is
You
that
got
there?
it. Yeah, real good.
Also, incidentally, the winner also
Hang on.
gets a $50, what is it, bar
tab.
and also a Backbone T-shirt.
Yeah.
That's right.
And also a couple of dooges from old Hoodie J.
Yeah,
Totally,
Hoodie
man.
J's going to punch you in the face twice. So hundreds of texts came through on 3483. I've picked one random one out. It's got to be Drive Your Backbones by Incubus as the favourite tune.
We're going with that.
Yeah.
I guess you did pick it out of Jase's hat.
I picked it
And
out
you
of
only
Jase.
wanted to go in there once.
Yeah, it's like putting your arm into a toilet or something. That's how dirty it is. But let's call the winner now. It's Damo. Let's see if he's there, eh?
I hope you got your ears on, Damo.
Yeah, man.
Oh, Drive. Should we...
G'day, is that Damo?
Speaking.
Yeah, g'day, Damo. It's Hoodie J, Minogio and Keezy from The Big Show. How you going, you mad bastard?
I got a terrible line. How are you, mate?
Yeah,
pretty good.
thanks, Damo. Hey, did you text in your favourite track from Incubus and Live on 3483?
Yeah, I think I did. I can't really remember because I've been on the Bearsies. It's just like Keyzie.
Yeah.
Well, we just wanted to ring you up and let you know that you texted through Drive by Incubus, and that's wrong.
Think one. Was it? Should it be Driven or something?
No,
like that?
it's close enough, mate.
Yeah,
You
won, Damo.
You won it, Damo.
You go to the
Oh,
gig.
God, you're a bloody backbone, you guys. Both of you guys, all of you guys. Is Keyzie there?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Keyzie's there.
Keezy's here, mate.
No, I don't care about Keyzie. It's just you two fellas. Two backbones.
Good on you, Damo.
Hey, Damo, just try and ease up on the beers, mate. You got a big night tomorrow night. I don't want you crashing out early.
Mate, it's just round the corner, so it's all good.
Good on you, boy.
Good on you, mate. So that's a $50 bar tab. That's also a double pass and a Backbone T-shirt, Damo.
You guys are bloody legends.
No
good.
worries, mate. Good on you. You stay on the phone there, Damo, and our good mate Pugson in Studio B will sort you out, all right?
Oh, Pug son.
So
Damo.
glad I picked him out of the group. The funny thing is, I specifically picked him. I was like, oh, he sent quite a cool text in here, you know what I mean? We did a bit of a lucky dip. And then it turns out Damo's Steve.
Damo's having a few beers and he couldn't even remember texting in.
What a backbone.
He's got backbone written all over him.
The old wine and dial, eh?
Hey, responsibly.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Jed there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show this Wednesday evening. Let's have a bit of TV chat, why don't we? What's on the telly with Mike Minogue?
Yeah. One episode of Seinfeld. Yeah, that's all I got for you.
What one was it?
It was the one where Elaine. It's the one where George Costanza had double dates with Jerry, and Jerry's missus hates George, and he just gets obsessed with her and tries to make it all better.
That's right.
A couple of lols in there, but it's at the point in the series now where everything's getting a bit too stupid. But anyway, I'll keep watching it. Hoity J, what did you watch, brother?
Far out. I watched Oppenheimer.
Oh, yeah.
Very good movie.
The best film of the year.
Apparently so, yeah.
How did you feel that after watching it?
Yes, I thought it was a very good movie. I think it was superb performances. But at 3 hours long, it stretched me to the very maximum of my abilities. And it was one of those films that's quite intricate and involved. And if you're not paying attention for 5 minutes, you suddenly go, what the hell's going on?
Right.
You know what I mean?
You how to build the bomb, eh?
And trying to concentrate for 3 hours for Hoity J is a bit of a mission. But I did appreciate its quality. And I do recommend it. But what I should have done is broken it down over like 3 days, you know, because it runs at 3 hours. Just watch an hour at a time.
How many buzzies out of 10?
How many buzzies? I'd give it 8 buzzies again.
So the same as, what did you watch the other night?
June.
June 2.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
8 buzzy. Oh, no, actually, I'll go 7 buzzies.
For Oppenheimer?
Yeah.
So June 2 was better?
Yes, I think so. Just from an entertainment point of view, yes, I would say so.
That's great. Yeah, I agree. I watched it at the theatre. I watched it at IMAX, Oppenheimer, and I didn't think it was the best film of the year. I thought it was great.
Yes.
Too long. 3 hours, same length as The Big Show. I watched an episode of Seinfeld. It was one where George was forced into abstinence because his partner at the time, I think, had mono or something. So it was 6 weeks without being able to do the deed, and he got way smarter because his brain wasn't thinking about having sex, and he becomes really smart.
I will say that I like the arrival of his parents.
So good.
They should have had their own spin-off show.
Frank Stiller.
Unbelievable.
Yes. Frank Stiller?
I would have thought,
Cananza?
I would have thought in a weird kind of way, if you weren't having sex, you'd think more about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Would work the opposite for me.
But the thing of this TV show was he knows he's going to get it in 6 weeks. There's no point trying because it's not a possibility right now because you're in a committed relationship. So he stopped thinking about it and unlocked the use of his brain because he wasn't thinking about sex so much, Jase.
Yeah,
You get
okay.
it?
God, I love Seinfeld so much.
Yeah, it's wacky.
Yeah.
So wacky. Tune.
There's a tune.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Alison Chains here on the Radio Hodaki Big Show this Wednesday evening. Now, just a reminder again, live show tomorrow, fellas.
FLELLAS.
The Big Show. Whereabouts is it, Keyzie?
The old Bridgman pub there on Dominion Road, fellas. So if you want to see the Big Show live and you live in Auckland, come down to the Bridgman, 4 till 7. Live show, me, Mogi, Hoity J, all the fellas.
I'll tell you...
Pugson will be there as well. It's going to be so good. What were you going to tell me, Mogi?
I was just saying, you do not want to miss this one, FLELLAS.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And I tell you what, we're giving away tickets.
Lots of double passes to go see live at Incubus.
And fellas, I am telling you, I'm absolutely... we've got beverage tabs.
Yes.
Food tabs. We've got backbone T-shirts to give away. And then, to top it all off, we've got the Incubus, fellas.
The Incubus, that's right. It is a special bus that's going to be picking up all the fellas from the pub, taking them out to Trust Arena for the big gig there. That's thanks to Woodstock Canadian Whiskey and Dried Ginger Ale and Lemonade. But if you're not going to the gig, regardless, come to the live show 4 till 7 tomorrow at the Bridgman on Dominion Road because we've got heaps of double passes. You could end up going.
Be there or be square, FLELLAS.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Well, there you go, you mad bastards. We've given all we had to give today. Hopefully you enjoyed the show. Mogi, early night for you tonight, I'm picking, and so you're fit and ready to go for tomorrow's live show.
Yeah, I
mean,
guess.
every show's live, but I mean live pub show.
I guess so, yeah. I hadn't really given it much thought. I wouldn't mind watching something tonight if I get an opportunity, to be honest with you, but we'll see how we go. I really want to be able to contribute something to what's on the telly with FLELLAS and the boys.
Yeah. Good stuff, mate.
So-
Keyzie, what's your plan tonight, mate?
My wife's got netball tonight.
My wife.
No, mine. So she'll be playing in that. But she's left out some pork belly.
Are you not? You're not going to watch her?
No, this is like a social league that she's playing in for 5 games before the Premier season starts.
Yeah, but you used to like to go to those anyway because you didn't watch her anyway. You watched other teams.
Yeah, the other. So I'll wait till the Premier competition comes back.
Right.
I remember when we first met you, and you would reverse your car into the car park and then just have a gaze in the rear view mirror.
Yeah, but remember I had the newspaper that I cut the eye
holes out of as well.
Yeah, my trench coat.
But you're not doing that tonight. You're going to hoe into the pork mince and just chill out.
It's not pork mince. It's pork belly, and I have to cook it and put it on a salad.
How do you prepare it?
I don't know. Mince it, and then put some hoisin on it. What are you up to tonight, Jase?
Put it in a wrap, Keyzie.
Yeah, man, or a bao bun.
There's some bean sprouts.
Yeah, bean sprouts, because I'm all about those. Great, that's going to become a thing. What are you doing, Jase?
Oh, look, I'm pretty knackered, fellas. I'm just going to take it easy and have a bit of kai and go to bed, I think.
Yum.
You know?
Yeah, sounds yum.
Good on you. Hey, thanks for taking the time to listen to the show. Make sure you're there tomorrow night and tune in tomorrow as well.
Yeah, at the Bridgman Pub, Dominion Road, 4 till 7.
Until then, see you later.